On Sunday, we started a new series where we are looking at 5 key words that describe Christianity. This idea comes from an author who's writing about the book of Ephesians, and he shows us that you can see all 5 of those words in Ephesians chapter 1, verses 3 through 14. We're not limiting ourselves to just the book of Ephesians with this teaching. We're actually looking at these words throughout the entire Bible, the Old Testament, as well as the New Testament. This last Sunday, I talked about the word grace, and kind of the main text that I use for that word was from Galatians chapter 2, verses 20 through 21, where Paul says, "I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. Then the life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. I do not set aside the grace of God, for if righteousness could be gained through the law, Christ died for nothing." My challenge, my invitation for us was to be people like Paul who don't set aside the grace of Jesus. It's too easy for us to, the longer we are inside of Christianity, the longer we've been in relationship with Jesus, to sort of go, it's grace, and then it's all these other things, when it really is just always grace. It's always only grace. It's always only God's initiative and God's activity that brings us into relationship with Him. And if we add anything to that, we really cut ourselves off from the power to live the life that God created us to live. So it's not really thinking about, okay, how do I earn God's love? How do I pay back God's love? It's really more about how do I continually kind of soak in or steep in the love that is mine in and through Jesus Christ. There's a guy named John Barclay who wrote a giant book called Paul and the Gift, and then he wrote a cool article summarizing that book, and I have for you a paragraph that we feel like kind of summarizes that article. For John Barclay, when you hear the word grace, you really should think about the word gift, that grace is the gift, that it is a grace gift from God through Jesus Christ to us. This is what Barclay says. It is central to Paul's grammar of grace that the gift of God is, number one, given without regard to the worth or capacity of the recipient, indeed, in the absence of worth or strength. 2, the gift does not leave its recipients unaltered. It establishes a relationship with the giver together with a new capacity that transforms the recipients of grace and results necessarily in a change of values and behaviors. Lean into God's great love for you. Lean into the unmerited favor, the grace gift that God has given you, and you will not be the same. I talked about how we really should think about grace as a gift in the way that we think about every present we've ever gotten, whether it's a remote control car or a sweater or a gift card. Use the gift. $23 billion of gift cards go unspent every year. Don't let the grace gift go unspent in your life today, tomorrow, or any day.